their name.
How could you figure the biggest lyrical nigga, poetic grave digger with vigor, rip this thing on my jigger, lyricism with missing, they sneak dissing and cock blocking, too much tricking, dick riding and pocket watching, pause that, cause I don't need a beat to rap, thin air acapella, lay the beef in your lap, I'm the knife in the neck of the whack, get pro-black, no facts, write that and make the world collapse, wish that I can bring flames back, a king he remains that, he lives in the sky now, his legacy is on my back, on the roll in control like Janet, God damn it, understand that I manage and proceed with more damage. A southern skyscraper, lyrical innovator, independent yet major, hip-hop's elevator, poetic cascader, high hater, try later. All of your free promotion only makes me greater, bitch.
Yeah. Welcome back to Unpopular Honesty, the home of brutal honesty and real hip-hop music. My name is Cornbread Capone, and on the line, we got a special guest. Please say your name one time, brother.
Yeah, you already know it's your boy, I am Thanos.
Already, man. Before we get started, man, I want to ask how you doing today, brother?
Bless, man. Always, man.
Well, for those who might not know, man, tell them who you are, where you from, and how long you been doing this hip-hop thing.
Recording artist, man. Originally from New York, Brooklyn, New York, man, and Long Island. Those are my stomping grounds. Yeah, I'm an artist, an actor, you know what I'm saying? I've done a little bit of acting, some background acting. I was actually on 2 TV shows, and I had one role in an improv, like an improv in one movie. Did a lot of competitions and things like that. I started up my own battle league out in Durham, North Carolina, called Bull City Battle League. I have a production company I'm working on called Rugged TV. You know what I'm saying? Where I plan on, just being like the new Tyler Perry of this thing, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. Yeah. Which is more so my perspective of things. And, you know what I mean? And Union Music, man, is my independent label that I've been running for a while. And, we just, pretty much like, being brutally honest, man, like y'all doing, man. Really, that's what we trying to do. We just trying to restore order, man,
Yeah, I feel that, man. Well, to date, as an artist, how many projects have you released to this date?
When we talking on all streaming platforms, actually now this is gonna be my second full project that I put out. I actually just I dropped the album called The No Cap Show last year, and this actually like maybe 2 days ago I just released the Reality Stone project. So that's on all streaming platforms, but I actually got probably a day and a half. Like when I say a day and a half, I mean like 36 hours of like original music that, I had stored, but it was like I had came across, some platforms like Clubhouse and things like that, and I was running across these artists that was like, yeah, that record, you like that record, is streaming on all platforms, title on all that, boom, 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 and it kind of it kind of inspired me and put me on to, the technology of today's world, versus, back in, the golden era of hip hop, how we used to do it back then with the, you burn your CDs or MP3 files on a flash drive and stuff like that. So, it's a big difference of what's going on right now. So I had to adjust and adapt to, what was going on once I got online and stuff like that.
That's real, man. If you could describe your style for people, because a lot of people where I am in Texas, they don't really listen to only a few of us down here listen to up north music or East Coast music, however they want to describe it. If you had to put your style in a box or define what your style is, how would you define that?
I wouldn't want to put myself in a box. I try to. It's like the game Mario Brothers, man. Like Mario was like, he can't jump he can't jump the highest, he's not the fastest, but he's well rounded. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much like I think my style is. But deeper than that, man, when we look deeper than that, it's like really the origin of my style is like the golden era of hip hop, which is like the mid '90s, is like that kind of sound, but it's updated to this millennium. So it's like as if that time was still going on in this time, though, with everything that's going on in this time, how that music would sound. I think that's what it resonates with my audience.
And I think that's dope as hell. I think personally, those who take from that golden era and mix and fuse a little bit of today with that, those are the ones who are gonna make it and those are the ones who are going to be around. That's just my personal opinion. We met each other on Clubhouse, and Clubhouse is a interesting place to say the least. The reason why I say it's interesting because I haven't been on there that long, but people have a weird perception of what music is, especially when it comes to rap and hip hop. A lot of people I feel don't know what real hip hop is. And even right now it's a couple of rooms where people are talking and I don't understand. How do you deal with that? Because that's to me is just it makes me not want to get on it.
Right. You know what? For me, man, what I have to do is I actually I started to create rooms, man. I started to just take my time and energy into my own hands versus just getting caught up in the protocol of things that's going on the app. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of guys, and it's crazy to me because it's like the demeanor in a lot of these rooms be on some like we already made, we made it, and we trying to, you know what I'm saying? We seen if you got it, what it takes, and really like who is these people? Like these people be like regular people, but they be like knowing so much about the game that they feel like they could tell you if your record is good or not, and there'll be a lot of different things going on, and then like they, and in comparison, like, you know what I'm saying, then you hear they stuff, it'll be like, I don't know, man. So it's like some people got an idea what's great is to them. So I mean, that's just what music is, man. It's super opinionated. I feel like, music, especially in hip hop, man, we can never sit here and say like this is the greatest rapper ever. I guarantee you, 9 times out of 10, whoever you say is the greatest rapper to you, I guarantee you I could find somebody within the next 2-3 minutes that's going to totally disagree with it. Right. And vice versa, because it's all about where you came up from, your what you grew up off of. You know what I'm saying? Your environment, all these things play a major part. I mean, for me, like you were saying the thing with Texas, right? And same for me in New York. The same for me in New York. I don't think you know what? It took an artist like Ludacris, believe it or not. Ludacris was like one of the first artists from the South that made me have the idea that guys can rap out there. You know what I'm saying? Like I really thought it was just really like something different. And then when he came out, he kind of had like a nice flow, a strong cadence. You know what I mean? Delivery. He was had some punchlines and silly stuff here and there. And then it was like, I was digging it. I was digging it. Then it made me grow a whole new respect for Atlanta rappers because I know that everybody's not the same. You know what I'm saying? It's some like, think about like the Alcoholics in LA. In the 90s, they was like lyrically nice. They were like, you could have put them in Manhattan somewhere and they could have held their own. You know what I mean? So lyricism, like, it's lyricism in Texas, it's lyricism all over. Like that's what this let me know. It let me know that, a guy like Ace Hood, when he first came out with the, the Boys in Hood and all that, I didn't like that group, him with Jeezy and them all that. Them boys record, like that was a cool record, but I wasn't like digging that right there. But then, I heard Ace Hood Trust the Process CD, and I'm like, this dude is incredible. Like he talked about his family and how he changed his life. Like, so, people go through some things and evolve and even they style. You know what I mean? But, to get back to what you're saying with the Clubhouse thing, man, it's like, it's a lot of different music, but, fortunately, man, I'll be in the right ones where, it's a room like Radio Clubhouse with Dante Hawkins. Shout out to that guy. That was the first place I got $1,000 off for online, just like, my first week on Clubhouse. So that was like, my first impressions of Clubhouse was a pretty good one. But then I started to see, in other rooms and just the social etiquette in certain rooms was, just different,
Yeah. Well, does Thanos have a top 5?
I do have a top 5, but they're interchangeable probably. I'm going to just go to what I do know or I feel like locked in and I'm confident in saying it, not feeling like, man, I shouldn't have said that one. I'm going to say Biggie. I'm going to say Wu-Tang. Okay. I'm going to say Eminem. I might say Jadakiss. You know what I'm saying? It was somebody else, but, I think that last one be interchangeable as well. But, definitely like, I want to say like Wu-Tang is definitely like, as far as group, Wu-Tang is my favorite group. Period. You know what I'm saying? Hands down. Like that's the Wu-Tang Clan is the artist that made me say I want to be like that. I want to do that. I want to do what they're doing. Like I always loved hip hop, but it was like, kung fu in rapping, like it just blew my mind. You know what I'm saying? As a young kid, I wanted to be Bruce Leroy. You know what I'm saying? So seeing these guys with the mask on and the swords and all that and the sound effects, man, it just blew my mind. I was like, yo, man, that was dope. And it made me, after that, I was like, yeah, I'm trying to be an artist after that, you know?
I feel that, man. Wu-Tang is definitely on my top 5 best rap groups ever. I heard the joint you did for the Wu, and that was phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? I just would like to know, when do you plan on releasing that record?
Oh yeah. That's out on the Reality Stone, man. So I literally, like, I had one issue with my with releasing it through my distribution, and it was a record that I put on there called Doja, and it was Doja Cat. Actually, it was a Doja Cat remix kind of. So I didn't know that I couldn't remix it. I didn't have the permission to do it, so I had to take it down and re-upload. You know what I'm saying? So in exchange of that, I had put a different record in there. Actually, like a new single I had put in between in exchange of that. So, but that Wu joint is on there. Like, that was already, like, definitely was going to be on there regardless. Like, you know, I think it's up early in the album. So yeah, man, yeah, that's dope, man. And you know what the crazy thing about it, man? So, you know, just a little backstory on that is, so I don't write, you know what I mean? Besides 2 records, that Doja record I just told you about, and on my last album was a song called Sherelle. Those are the only 2 songs that I wrote, like, the lyrics. Everything else is just like, I got my home studio, so I pretty much just rap until, you know, I mess up, and then I just clean it up and, you know, finish it out like that. So that's how that record came about. It was like, I didn't intend to make it that kind of record. It's just like, I just happened, I hit it. It was a Wu-Tang kind of beat. I rapped on it, I already knew, you know, that's why I started talking about the Shaolin and all that in the beginning, and then it just kind of formulated. And then that hook, I just thought of the hook out of, like, one of their old records. You know what I'm saying? That I heard Master Kill on. I think he said something similar to that. So I just used that as a hook. And then, you know, I let one of my guys here after his recording session, like maybe a day or 2 later, and he like, man, I love Wu-Tang. Please let me get on that. Man, Old Dirty is my favorite. Then he just jumped on it. I kid you not, one take and did that right there. He did that, you know, that Old Dirty. Shame on him. He did all of that. I was like, yo, this dude sounds like this man, and that. It was crazy. So it was just like, it came together so organically, bro. And then right after that, my man that gave him a ride here was like, yo, I gotta say something. And then he came on with the end with the little Ghostface kind of, and then I just, let me throw the hook on that, boom, and it was a rap, bro. And then it was like, you know, I think, you know, that's how some of the dopest music come together, is when you just like, you know, like I think Jay said it best, man. You open the door, you open the door, you let God in, and just let it do the rest. You know what I'm saying? Let the cards fall where they may. And that was what that record was, man. It just became a tribute to, you know, some guys that definitely motivated me and inspired me to pick up a pen and be an artist.
I feel that. I gotta ask you, since we talking about the Wu, how do you feel about that that series that's on Hulu?
Oh man, I love this question. Man, because I actually did a podcast on it.
I thought it was one of the best series on television.
Fire. I mean, man, you know, you can't go wrong with Wu. You can't go wrong with Wu, right? But, all right. So, what's the name of the show? What's the name of the show?
Wu-Tang, an American
what's
Saga.
The name of this show?
Unpopular Honesty.
Okay, and being that's the name of it, I'm gonna be brutally honest.
Okay.
All right. I feel like, and this is because I'm a fan, man. I feel like the first season, episodes 1 through 5, we could have cut a lot of that out. You just imagine I'm sitting here every week just waiting to hear these guys in the studio. I'm waiting for this guy to be Raekwon and this guy to be Ghostface and Jizzle. You know what I mean? They was calling each other. They all season. I'm like, yo, when is they going to get in the studio? When is they going to be Wu-Tang, man? I was waiting. So like, I think where we at right now is like, everything moving forward, like they can't do no wrong, but it just took so long for them to get. I mean, I understand they was trying to give you an introduction to each character and get you engaged to it. So, but I just feel like they could have condensed the first season. They could have condensed a lot of that in the first 3 episodes, and then the other 6. So what was it? I think 10 episodes a season.
Yeah.
So the other 6 or 7 episodes, we could have been into the 36 Chambers. I mean, because you got to think, you got Meth. Raekwon, you got all these solo artists that they could have made those actual seasons itself. Like right after the album, we did this, and then we did that, and that could be its own season of all the stuff that happened around that time or that album. So it ain't like, oh, we trying to stretch it out because we don't got much. It's like 9 of y'all guys, bro. It's like a lot of story in there. You feel me?
Well, I just hope that.
Great. Other than that, great, man. I love the second season. You know what I'm saying? It was picking up, and now we right there, man. I can't wait for this next one. You know?
Yeah, I'm just mad that it's gonna end after this third one because I feel
Is
like,
it?
yeah, because I feel like it could go on. It could.
They got a lot. They really, I feel like they got a good. They can make 8, 9 seasons, bro. Like maybe even 10. They could really do it. They got
Yeah.
enough, bro. You think about Old Dirty, all the stuff he went through. Like they could really get like his whole career in there. Like everybody' career, bro. Like all these years that they've been rapping and the albums they came out with, they got a lot of story in that.
Yeah.
They're living legends. These is actual living legends. You know what I mean?
I think they gonna do a movie. I don't know if I'm sure.
I heard. I think Raekwon and one of them was saying that on Vlad. I want to say I heard one of them saying they was making their own critique of it or something like that, or what really happened or whatever.
Yeah, I hope they do a movie, man, because I would definitely go see that.
Indeed, man.
Well, do you have any music that's on deck to be released this year?
Yeah, I mean, actually, like I said, I don't know when the releases of this show that we're doing right now, but if it's in a day or two, then the Reality Stone should be out any moment. You know what I'm saying? Right now, it's on yellow, and as soon as it turns green, that means it's been fully released in all stores. But so right now, it's hitting certain stores. I don't know, probably on the Wake Up tomorrow, it should be out. And then, like I said, the No Cap show, man, that album is out right now. That's available on all platforms. So it's like records like Sherelle on there, and for sure, those are some bangers on there. And this one right here, though, this Reality Stone, man, I'm excited about, man, because it's got a lot of different moments and a lot of different elements, man. I kind of was going to do an EP thing. My plan was I was going to do like 6 EPs. I was going to drop 6 EPs before this year was out. And then I was like, you know what? No, I'm going to just give them the full thing. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just going to just concentrate, put all my forces behind one thing. And that's what this is, man, that Reality Stone, man. So that should be out, in a day or two. If it ain't out tomorrow, it should be out by the next day, for sure.
Bet. Do you have any videos?
I got some videos that they kind of like, they like fan-made videos. I really don't have no visuals that's like a full-length music video yet. That's really like my weak spots right there. So I'm trying to get with some videographers and try to get this production up where I could do it, because how I do my stuff, like I'm usually the one filming, so it's kind of hard for me to, get that together with the visuals that I want to put to it, myself,
Yeah.
So I would have to outsource to do that, man. But I'm really trying to get everything in-house, man, so we could just be fully operational on all ends. Like, I got the audio locked down, but I need help with that video. You know what I mean? So that's my goals right now, is that and, getting some more artists, man, just building this roster up over here, man. Those are my 2 plans, getting that and the video up.
Word. Well, would you like to plug your social media so that you can let people know where to follow you and how to get at you?
Indeed, man. You already know it's your boy, I Am Thanos. That's IAMTHANOS. You can hit me on, my common ground, man. My common grounds to hit me up on some anything is this is Thanos on IG. So, and when I say that's THIZ Thanos. You know what I'm saying? On IG, you can hit me on there anytime. Pretty much that's a platform that I'm consistently on a day-to-day basis. So, I'll definitely hit you back quick on that one.
Word, man. I thank you for hollering at me and being on the show. And we definitely going to do this again because I got to keep real hip-hop on this show. It's a must.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate guys like you, man. Y'all doing your thing I'm pushing the culture forward and digging deeper and finding, the little cracks and, what I'm saying, the little cracks in the cement, man, and finding some things and bringing them to light, man. We need more of that going on these apps and stuff like that. So, man, shout out to y'all guys, man.
For real. And when your joint comes out, please send me a link because what I will do is
tap in, man. I Am Thanos, the Reality Stone, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna listen to that, and if it's cool with you, I would like to give it a review because I only review,
yeah, I would love that.
You know what I'm saying, real hip hop here. Well, I appreciate you, brother, and until next time, man. You know what I'm saying. My name is Cornbread. This is I Am Thanos, and this is Unpopular Honesty. Thank you again, brother.
All right, thank you, man. Later, y'all stay blessed.
No doubt.
Peace.